Greetings from Fortis Malar Hospital, Chennai. Dr. Nitya Ramuti here. In our happy journey to a beautiful motherhood, today's topic will be third trimester of pregnancy. This third trimester of pregnancy starts from 28 weeks till 42 weeks. But 5 important things I want all of you all to remember. The first thing is that you should go to the PHC and collect your Pick Me number. This number is very important for your child's birth certificate. Secondly, make sure you had your COVID vaccine. This is very, very important to protect you and the baby. It can either be Covishield or Covaxin. I tell all my patients that this vaccine is nothing but dead virus which is injected into you and your body produces antibody against the COVID. So this is the best way to protect you. If you have gestational diabetes or pregnancy-induced hypertension, Covaxin has been prescribed for that. Third, you should apply for your maternity leave. Well ahead. You should decide when you want to apply for the leave and inform your doctor and get it well ahead. So I want you to put a plan A, B and C so that I don't want you to get overworked at nearer to pregnancy. Then you should organize your hospital pack. You should also inform your parents or your in-laws well ahead so that they should come earlier to help you and be of great moral support for you. Similarly, you should also have a top help to help you with the household work. If you do not have anyone, then you should employ a skilled nurse who will be of great help to you, especially in the night, to take care of the baby. So these are the important things. Another important thing is regarding your travel. If you are going to go to your mother's place for your delivery, in case your mother lives out of country, then it's best that you should go travel before 34th week of pregnancy, because after the 34th week, the flights will not take you in. Before that, you must make sure that you get a letter from your doctor before you travel. If you are going to travel to your mother's place somewhere in other part of the city, then the best time to travel will be between 34 to 36 weeks. This is the safe time to travel. After the 36th week of pregnancy, it is not advisable. So please kindly sit down and plan everything so that things should be made easier for you. Then let's talk about the baby. The baby from 28 weeks till 32 weeks starts growing, about gaining half a pound a week. So by end of 30th week, the baby is weighing about approximately 1.2 kg. This baby can see the dark, can identify dark, it can see bright light, it can hear your voice. It's nice that you and your spouse or you have an older child talk to the baby on regular basis so that the baby becomes familiar with your voices. The baby moves around happily. At the same time, it can kick, it can gasp, it will be enjoying itself inside. Then from 34th week onwards, the baby's weight gain is rapid. Then the brain, the liver, lung developments are taking place. Around the 36th week, the lungs starts developing very well, and it produces surfactant, which helps when the baby comes out, it helps to cry very well. At the same time, it prevents the lungs from sticking to each other. So these are the important things. By the 36th week, the baby is approximately about 2 kgs, and by the 40th week, it weighs about around 3 kgs. So now the baby is growing very well. So now it comes to the mother. Regarding the mother, around the 36th week, the uterus grows and expands and hits the ribs. When it hits the ribs, it's like sore ribs you develop. So at that phase of time, you can keep some cold compression. Sometimes the mother is not able to eat well because the lungs are pushed up, so she feels a little breathless and tired. In such a case, you should do breathing exercises to help you. At the same time, you're not able to eat well because it's hitting the ribs. So you find your appetite is little less, so that makes you tired. So my advice will be to have food in small quantities every 2 hours once. So make sure you eat well, otherwise you become very tired. From 30th week onwards, especially from 34th week onwards, the Braxton Hicks contractions will become a little bit more stronger. These they are actually painless, but towards the term, this Braxton Hicks contractions will become stronger and becomes like labor pain. So that is it. So hereafter, the baby's movements are going to be even stronger. Lower abdominal pain can be due to the pregnant uterus stretching, and so the round ligament stretches so much that you have discomfort in the lower abdomen. Frequency of passing urine is also there, especially especially when you laugh, or when you cough, or any time spurts of urine comes out. In such a case, Kegels exercise will help you. Once you deliver the baby, this dribbling will stop. Constipation can also occur. In constipation, lower abdominal pain, discomfort, backache is going to be there. So you can talk to your doctor regarding some stool softener, which helps to pass motion freely. Sometimes constipation can also cause piles. So piles is a very, very uncomfortable discomfort, causes a lot of discomfort and pain. In case of piles, the blood vessels in the anus are dilated, so that causes a lot of discomfort. So if you are going to have piles, the best thing is to do sitz bath. Sitz bath means in your potty you add warm water and put few drops of betadine and sit on top of it. The steam sort of keeps your anus a little comfortable. At the same time, you can apply some cream around the anus so that your discomfort goes off. Another common problem will be varicose veins. Varicose veins is because of the gravity uterus compressing on the blood vessels. So these blood vessels appear to be bluish and purplish in color. In such a situation, you can apply cold compression, or you can talk to your doctor regarding wearing stockings, or some tablets to relieve the pain. And also you must remember that when you sleep in the night, you keep a pillow under the feet for comfort. Then the other things will be like you can have swelling of the feet. The swelling of the feet could be due to lack of protein. We are not taking enough protein. This causes anemia. So this also causes swelling of the feet. Or you are sitting and working for long hours. Your swelling of feet can occur. In such a case, make sure you wear a footstool. Similarly, urinary tract infection also can cause swelling of the feet. Above all, the pregnant uterus compressing the blood vessels can also cause swelling of the feet. So when you sleep in the night, remember to keep a pillow under your feet for comfort. So the next morning when you get up, the swelling is much less. Stretch marks also happens not to everyone, but for some of them do happen. That's because of the enlarging, as the baby grows, the uterus grows rapidly. So then the skin, what happens, the fat under the skin will burst or crack, causing this bluish reddish color stretch marks. In such case, you have to apply moisturizer creams to keep it a little bit better. But once after delivery, these stretch marks appear to be like white silvery lines. Then the other problems will be weight gain. Your weight gain is not only your weight, but also it includes the weight of the baby, the placenta, the liquor in which the baby is swimming, the blood volume, the plasma volume, and also the weight of the breast. All these three things constitute to the weight gain of the mother. So remember, this is not only your weight. Then comes to fetal kicks. These kicks will be, the child's kicks will become more and more pronounced, especially towards the latter half of pregnancy from 36 weeks onwards. But we as doctors, 1 month prior to delivery, we give them the fetal kick count chart. This is to notice the child's kicks. 1 hour in the morning after breakfast, 1 hour after lunch, 1 hour after dinner. Within 1 hour, the mother usually experiences 5 to 10 kicks, which is safe. This is to teach her how to watch the kicks so that she'll be aware of the child's movements, which is very important for us too. In case the fetal movements are less, you should immediately see the doctor. In case it's less or even increased fetal movements, in such a case, for near term when they come, we will do the NST test. We take them to the labor room, we'll make them lie down there and connect the mother's abdomen to the CTG machine. This machine will not only note the child's movements, the child's heart rate, the mother's heart rate, and contractions. All this can be seen in this CTG. In this NST, we'll able to study, and we will know whether she's having a true labor pain or a false labor pain. So towards the false labor pains are quite common. Then sleep. When it comes to sleep, it's preferable that you sleep on your left side. Term uterus, you might find it a little difficult, but preferably sleep on the left side. Keep a pillow in between your legs or a pillow on your side. Hug the pillow and sleep. You'll feel comfortable. Why you should sleep on the left side? Because if you sleep on the right side, the pregnant uterus will compress a major blood vessel. When it compresses the major blood vessel, the circulation to the baby will become less. So remember, preferably to sleep on the left side. And of course, exercises are very important. If you want to have normal delivery, exercise plays a major role. Before that, you must feel positive. You should feel very positive that you want to have a normal delivery. In such case, from the fifth month onwards, you should do breathing exercises and you go for short walks or walks as long as you can. Then from the sixth month onwards, you should attend mothercraft classes. Now in view of pandemic, you find it difficult, so you can always go into the YouTube and watch the yoga classes and all the classes which are conducted for normal delivery. I would say yoga is very good because it de-stresses you, at the same time makes your body very relaxed and also aids you in normal delivery. The other exercises will be Kegels, then you can do your butterfly exercises you can do frequently. At the same time, you can do squats. Even squats will help you to it will aid you for a normal delivery. Similarly, before the onset of labor, you can do nipple stimulation. Nipple stimulation also will help to accelerate labor pains. If some people do attend acupuncture classes to stimulate labor pains, even reflexology also helps in to promote labor pains. These are the things that help to encourage you to have labor pains. The other things is your visits. Your visits must be from 28 to 31 weeks. You are going to visit the doctor every 2 weeks once. Then from 32 weeks to 36 weeks, you visit her alternate week. Then at 1 month prior to delivery, you are going to visit her every week one. Before visiting the doctor, you must remember to write down all your doubts. It's better to clear your doubts with the doctor only. Then I come to vaccination. Around the 28th week, we give to all our pregnant mothers the pneumonia vaccine, which is very important. At 30th week, we give the steroid injection. This steroid injection is meant for lung maturity. In case if the baby delivers around preterm, like 32 weeks, this steroid injection helps in lung maturity and helps the baby to cry well. And around the 34th to 36th week, we give the last tetanus shot. We give Boosterix. Boosterix prevents the mother from pertussis, diphtheria, and pneumonia. These are three injections which are given. Then, of course, we tell them everything, and we tell the dog, we give them our numbers and tell them to keep in touch with us. I think with that, and also insomnia is mainly because I would say maybe the anxiety of they think about that little bit of nervousness is going to be there regarding delivery. They think about the mode of delivery. They're little concerned whether I would deliver normal or will I go for C-section. At the same time, they have a doubt whether I will be able to take care of the baby. Am I competent enough to bring up this child? All these kind of doubts will be there. So it's better you share it with your spouse and with the doctor. We doctors will be of great help to you at the time of labor. Till we meet again next. Have a great day. Bye.